Machu Picchu, ancient architecture older than the pyramids, which civilization created it. Around the world, there are many wonders recognized by UNESCO as cultural heritage. However, perhaps there is no place as special as Machu Picchu, hidden in the middle of a mountain at an altitude of 2,300 meters. The ancient city of Machu Picchu seemed to be forgotten for more than 600 years. It was not until 1911 that American explorer Hiram Bingham discovered it on a trip to find the capital of the ancient Inca Empire in South America. Since then, Machu Picchu has shocked humanity with a series of mysteries that most of them have not been explained to this day. In today's video, let's learn about those mysteries to understand why the name Machu Picchu has become such a legend. The Inca Empire was founded thousands of years BC in Central and South America, long before the arrival of Europeans. The indigenous people of the Americas built brilliant, overwhelming civilizations such as the Maya, Inca, and Aztec civilizations. Machu Picchu is believed to have been built around 1450 AD when the Inca Empire was at its most powerful. They not only left behind legacies in astronomy and history, but also in the field of construction. However, most of the information about the Inca was not recorded because they were the only major civilization in the world that did not have a written language. However, what we know about the Inca today is only from documents recorded by the Spanish when they invaded the Americas. Therefore, how the high-altitude city of Machu Picchu was built is also a mystery. Fortunately, when the Spanish colonized this land, they did not know of its existence, so until now, the city has remained almost intact. Today, Machu Picchu is located in the territory of Peru in South America. Since its discovery in 1911, Machu Picchu has become an attractive destination for archaeologists, historians, and tourists. Its attraction is a series of unsolved mysteries. First, the bricks used to build the walls here were cut straight and stacked on top of each other without using any adhesive mortar. Although they come in many sizes, the stones always fit tightly and have not been moved for centuries. There are even sections of the wall that curve smoothly, following the shape of the mountain. The distance between the stones is so tight that it is almost impossible to insert a thin ATM card between them. The level of construction of the Incas was truly astonishing with what were considered primitive tools. No one has yet explained how the Incas were able to move the huge stones to a height of 200-300 meters and connect them together so neatly. Machu Picchu is not just a collection of buildings, it is a massive complex with more than 200 architectural works, from houses, temples, stairs, fountains, places of worship. The area of Peru today is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire. That means that Machu Picchu has also suffered from major earthquakes throughout its history. Even earthquakes up to 9 on the Richter scale, a very terrible number. And yet to this day, the city is almost intact, surprising the world. The arrangement of the stone blocks may be the reason why Machu Picchu stands firm against earthquakes. The stones lying underneath are relatively large in size and irregular in shape. This is why, when shaken, the force is easily dispersed, reducing the damage caused by earthquakes. What a great calculation if the ancient Incas really thought like that. Even modern houses in Peru today often collapse when an earthquake occurs. The mountainous area of Machu Picchu in Peru often has a lot of rain. I don't understand why this relic does not have landslides. When there were very few trees to hold the soil in place in the city, the terraced structure may have helped solve this problem. The design not only stabilized the overall structure, but also helped to quickly drain water down. The angle of the surrounding stone walls is exactly 5 degrees. This is the angle that helps to transfer all the weight down. The terraced structure helps water to quickly drain into the ground, avoiding landslides. However, how could the Incas know these things when they did not have deep knowledge of construction and modern techniques in their time? Another mystery is how the ancient Incas cut the stones so precisely. Just by observing with the naked eye, we can see that the stones that act as bricks to build the walls have straight and clean cuts. They are all granite quarried from the local mountains. According to the hardness scale, Granite is harder than common metals such as iron and copper, so of course people cannot use knives or iron or copper to split the stones. So how did the Incas cut them so precisely? One hypothesis is that they used granite stones to cut each other. However, if so, the straight stones are very fragile and it is difficult to create a precise cut. It is also possible that after cutting, the eye of the stone was rough and the workers had to polish it to make it look good. In any case, the construction level of the Incas was indeed very advanced. Thanks to that, Machu Picchu was able to survive for centuries. Machu Picchu was said to be built during the time of the two greatest kings of the Inca Empire, Pachacutic and Tupac. Its name means ancient mountain or old mountain. The city was built as a private property of the Inca king. The ruins with the places of worship here can infer that Machu Picchu was also a sacred place for pagans. Archaeological evidence suggests that the indigenous people of Picchu began farming around 760 AD. They subsisted by growing rice on terraces designed to retain water and prevent erosion until the late 15th century. The capital of the Inca Empire was still located in the valley called Cusco. However, King Pachacutic discovered the sacred and religious position of the Picchu Gorge. He decided to conquer them and then around 1450 ordered the construction of a city on the top of the mountain with housing for the people and magnificent religious structures. The Incas believed that this place helped them get closer to the sun, which was very important in the pre-religious period. The population of Machu Picchu grew, and it was considered the unofficial capital of the Inca Empire. King Pachacutic built up to 8 roads so that people from below could easily reach the top of the mountain. After his death, his properties, including Machu Picchu, were not passed on to his son Tupac, but were managed by priests who turned the city into a sacred and huge place of worship. However, King Tupac also contributed to the beauty of Machu Picchu. Until the 16th century, the Inca Empire fell into decline. They had to go through a bloody civil war for the throne between two princes. That was King Asca and Ada King Alpa, and they could not rise again when the Spanish began to set foot here. In 1534, many indigenous people did not easily surrender. They retreated into the mountains to organize resistance against the European colonists. Almost all the residents of Machu Picchu retreated with the resistance, leaving the city almost in ruins. At the end of the 16th century, the resistance failed and the land of the Inca people officially fell into the hands of the Spanish colonial regime. They began the process of exploiting electricity, but there are not many documents recording that Europeans discovered Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu was actually quite remote and far from the roads. The new economic axis that the Spaniards were building records from 1657 to 1782 described the Picchu Gorge as wild, uninhabited, and the city was lost in the dark forests and open bamboo on the mountaintop. Until 1911, an American historian named Hiram Bingham relied on the records of European explorers who came to this land. He brought a local boy to the city, and he was completely overwhelmed by the magnificent works and the spectacular terrain on the top of the mountain of this city. Bingham named it the City of the Incas. The first book about Machu Picchu was written by Bingham and caused a stir all over the world. After many centuries of slumber, the city was finally awakened. According to Bingham's account, at the moment of discovering Machu Picchu, we were making our way through the primeval forest. Suddenly in front of me was an ancient mossy wall built from the meticulously crafted stones of the Incas. After estimating that each giant stone weighed about 10-15 tons, I could not believe my eyes. In the following years, Bingham returned to Peru many times to research and write about Machu Picchu. Thanks to his good relations with the government of this country, he brought many archaeological treasures back to the United States. It is estimated that this monk has collected more than 5,000 large and small specimens stored at Yale University. Recently, the Peruvian government is calling for the reclamation of Machu Picchu relics as national heritage. However, the dean of Yale has refused. Peru has considered completing the necessary legal procedures to return the antiquities to Machu Picchu. Indeed, Machu Picchu is one of the most wonderful relics in the world, located among majestic high mountains. It seems to appear and disappear in the misty clouds, creating a beautiful landscape. The city's sophisticated architectural works are worthy of being masterpieces with mysteries which attract more tourists. Today, Machu Picchu is facing a problem that is the increasing number of tourists. This creates a risk of damage to the monument. The Peruvian government is planning to restrict tourism, even establishing a no-fly zone. UNESCO is currently considering adding Machu Picchu to their list of endangered World Heritage Sites. And if you have the chance, would you like to visit Machu Picchu at least once?